It's fat.
Insight, foresight, more sight.
The clock on the wall reads midnight.
My entire life I tried to adapt to a life that appears black. A woman's eyes has pierced my tears back. My fear draws near from a sphere of sins that I can never take back. There's a trap of a perfect world I was supposed to be in, but ended up leaving for reasons known only as treason. My body's freezing from a lack of oxygen. In fact, if I had the chance to break from this trance, my first glance would be to hang my sorrows on a rack, leaving this effervescence, immaculate depression, to a life that has no connection to strife. And without question, I would take back everything I said, everything I've done to shatter this perfect world that has begun.
Midday breaks like waves as I resist the call of sleeping rain. Green grass by the river I lay and watch the sky melt with my mind. The wind shift and the clouds drift away with my consciousness. I fall from atop a cliff to the blissful abyss. At the precipice of wakefulness, I awake from this escapist myth by taking in constraints of existentialist. My watch it says the glass is a quarter past half full. Man's role testimonial to the silver lining in the pessimist findings. The darkest shining faces smiling surface sickly, synonymously with sorrow. Paying debt to the clock with borrowed time. As it struck midnight, I realized the perfect world was a lie. Conflicted I, resisted I, defied. I lived to die, to feel alive.
The dreaded news kept me in the basement, listening to the blues right next to Satan. A snake around my neck, no escaping the thought of my forsaken placement. A chance I take it, but my conscience debating. I'm breaking down, face on the pavement. Blood streams racing out my veins, the pain's everlasting. And I hate it, what I get for being outdated, letting my feelings get crated. Often would cause a personal replacement. And I sit here with deep thought, cogitating. I'm seeking for hope in this belly of the beast filled with filthy bacon. My soul's decaying, see the dead streets in the making. An everyday struggle, trying to make it, but I'm lost in this matrix. Mass confusion, my own enemies taking over my body that's sacred. Wish it was just an illusion, I'm saying. Why is reality the worst thing? Causing insanity, no therapy, but drugs are my remedy. My friends and family depended on me, and I failed in this so-called perfect world.
As I walk through the shadowy night, I begin to question what lies beyond my perceived sight. Tonight, quarter after midnight, my soul ignites, my third eye incites to see past the light over white lies driven by mankind, but soon to die. The illusion brought by the families up high in the pyramid disguise, in the programs that advertise. The wise revise while the unwise are deprived of life and never think twice, but always surprised when someone tries to rise on the right. We never fight the unjust laws they saw get passed overnight. It's like we're in the cross withdrawal of hacksaws. We need to draw the line before all mankind dies.
Yo, at 11:58 he had finally learned his fate. He knew that time was short but had all the time in the world. Midnight would come and so would he, and they would be one identity of no entity. He sold his soul for the riches and the gold, and she sold her soul to never grow old. Midnight approaches like a thief in the night. No demon in hell can ever escape its sight, and no human on earth can ever escape its might. And now it's midnight's here, it's black and clear. He knows no fear, sheds no tear, his end is near. They became time as their lives intertwined, to be one mind, to be one soul, to be unwhole. The soul's darkest coals, to be no mask, weightless, became untouchable, unthinkable, unchangeable. Yo, they became time.
Now approaching midnight.